point, baba ganoush, where the eggplants were actually laid right in the embers. Now, this accomplished two things. First of all, the surface charring of the skin gave the eggplant this incredible smoky flavor. And it also tenderized the eggplant. If you eat raw eggplant, it has a kind of an astringent quality. But when you roast it, it becomes creamy, almost like butter. Normally in my classes and lectures, I try to teach people how not to burn their food. Not so in this dish, a classic Middle Eastern dip called baba ganoush. The secret is to burn the eggplant. Now, first step is to cut a series of slits in the eggplant. You can just twist the knife a little bit. You'll see why in a minute. And then in each slit, insert a sliver of garlic. By the way, this garlic studding technique is not traditionally practiced in the Middle East. I first saw it in Trinidad and Tobago. So that's step number one. Step number two, the charcoal and the chimney. Now, my preferred way of lighting charcoal is to use a chimney starter. You place a piece of crumpled newspaper or a paraffin fire starter in the bottom, fill the top with charcoal. This is lump charcoal. You can see it actually began as wood. And charcoal was one of the first major technological advances. It dates back about 250,000 years. The way you make charcoal is you set the wood on fire and then deprive it of oxygen. This is commonly done in a kiln or sometimes in caves, sometimes by burying the lit wood. What does that accomplish? Well, first of all, you evaporate all the water, you get rid of a lot of the smoke-producing compounds, and it makes charcoal much lighter and easier to combust. Okay, so once the chimney starter's lit, and by the way, please not on a wooden table, you light it in the grill. All you need to do is dump out the chimney, rake the coals into a single layer, grab the eggplants. You want to lay the eggplants directly on the coals. And the idea is you roast the eggplants in the skin. What's going to happen is the skin will burn and it will impart an incredible smoke flavor to the eggplant flesh. Cooking time here is about 20 minutes in all. It's not something you can rush. Just want to turn the eggplants and char them in the skins. Well, the origin of the word barbecue, it comes from a Taino Indian word, barbacoa. The year was 1516. The place was the island of Hispaniola, today what's known as the Dominican Republic in Haiti. And a Spanish explorer named Gonzalo Fernando Oviedo y Valdez arrived, found a group of Taino Indians working over what looked like it was 4 posts with sticks stretched across the top. He asked, "What is that?" They thought he was referring to the particular grill, and they said barbacoa, and that became the word barbecue. How do you know when the eggplants are cooked? Well, you can just stab them with a carving fork or a skewer. The flesh is easy to pierce. So just take the eggplants out, and you want to kind of give them a tap to knock off any live embers. And what you want to do is just let the eggplants cool for a few minutes. And then with a paring knife, just peel off the burnt skin. You know, in the Middle East, you'll see people do this in their apartments. And they'll actually put the eggplant right on the burner on their stove without a pot. If you're married to someone who has a tendency to burn things on the grill, you know who I'm talking about. This is a great dish for them to make. Just cut the eggplants into large chunks and then transfer the flesh to a food processor. Now add the flavorings. First, tahini, which is a Middle East sesame paste. You can buy it in almost any grocery store. Then extra virgin olive oil, freshly squeezed lemon juice, chopped fresh parsley, salt, and of course, freshly ground black pepper. Place the top on the processor and run the machine in short bursts. And as always, you want to taste the baba ganoush. It's good, but we need a little bit more salt. Remember, a grill master's most important tools are his taste buds. Eggplant is one of the world's most popular vegetables to grill. You find it in South America, you find it in the Middle East, where it's used to make a dip called baba ganoush. You even find it in Japan. The reason is simple. Eggplant has a very spongy consistency, so it absorbs the fire and smoke flavors like a sponge. Now I want to show you how to make some grilled pita bread to serve with the